Welcome everybody, this is the FIFA24 channel, and in today's video I want to discuss with you guys my thoughts on the new Liverpool signings and the tactical approach to the new signings, what they intend to do this season. So basically Liverpool have signed Szobolai and Mc Allister. So these are two key midfielders that could actually help them this season. So and also they've also had some other good players in their squad, like the young and up and coming Elliott. So we want to see how they can compare themselves, how they can improve. What exactly is Jurgen Klopp's idea for the team, for the squad? What does he want to improve? Where does he want to work on? So that's our approach today, and that's exactly what we want to do today. We want to look at, we want to have a peek into Jurgen Klopp's mind, and also we're going to also look slightly on Pep Guardiola too. So as you can see, these two players are quite different from each other, but the truth is that Elliott is 19 years old, so I believe he's going to play a huge role in Liverpool season. Therefore I'm replacing him with Milner. Milner, as you all know, is already 37 years old. So I want to believe that Jurgen Klopp is going to train people like Elliott to become like Milner. But Elliott is a better player for me. He's a better technical player for me. You know, he has that flair and all that stuff, and he's good at being a young and up and coming prospect. So let's see. And there are other decent players in the squad, like Jones. Is also young, 22, but I don't think he's good enough just about yet to break in to that midfield, especially with Szobolai already there. So, and then I think Oxlade is going to be leaving. I don't know, but so another thought of mine was that concerning the centre forward position for Liverpool, what do you guys think? Nunez or Jota? Me personally, I don't know. I'll rather go for Jota ahead of Nunez because of what he brings. You know, he plays that false nine role, and he can bring the likes of Salah and whoever is playing on the left wing into the game. Yep. And then another reason why you can have Nunez is starting is because of Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold can ping those up through passes for Nunez, and he will run in behind and get the ball and try to score goals. So that is another dicey one for Jurgen Klopp. But personally, I'm going to go with Jota because of his technical ability in bringing others into play. You know, he's a centre forward. And then the other one is the left wing position. Who would you guys rather have? I'd rather have Diaz. Honestly speaking, look at the stats. This guy is actually a decent left wing when it comes to being able to press the ball. Yes, and then especially when Liverpool on a serious attack, he has that ability to find back of the net outside the box. Yeah, but Gakpo is not bad anyway. He has his own technical abilities that he can bring. Obviously, Salah, nobody needs to tell you anything. Nobody is even going to debate his position. He's still going to be another vital key role in Jurgen Klopp's plans this season. Yes, as you can see, he's just a decent player and he's not going anywhere. Even if he's going to drop by some few points by next season due to age and all that, I don't think he'll drop that much. I think he still has to speak, and he has a whole lot more to give. Comparing Matip and Konate, if you look at these two guys, you realize something. Matip is actually a very, very good central defender, but Konate is good at sweeping because of his pace and ability to recover quickly, especially when Liverpool are playing a high line. Konate is very fundamental, but Matip is a very decent centre back that he would hardly beat in one-on-one situations. So I'll still keep Matip if I were Jurgen Klopp. Obviously, I'm pretty sure he will do that. But because of that high line that Liverpool always play, they need a recovery pace. Someone like Konate has that recovery pace. Matip may not necessarily have it. Obviously, Van Dijk already has it. He's already a good central defender. Nobody is going to take his place. Yes, and he's just looking stronger and stronger. This season, I think that Liverpool will be the ones to challenge Manchester City more than Arsenal would. I know that's a controversial view, but that's just the view I think, because from the signings that Liverpool have made and from the players they already have in place, they are way closer to Manchester City than Arsenal is. And that's just my own view. You see that their left back, their right back, the centre halves, the goalkeeper, all these positions are already taken good care of. They have good first team players in all those key positions, especially in the back four. So the only place they need to strengthen was the midfield, and they've started to do it. In fact, they've completed it. And so if you check out, you realize that Szobolai is also young. He's 22 or what? 21 or 22. He can fill in very well for the next 10 years for Liverpool. Fabinho is a good CDM. If you compare him to Rodri, you see that there's very little difference between these two guys. You know, the media always paints Rodri being the better one. He is actually, but Fabinho is good CDM as well as Rodri. And if you compare the stats, you see it. You can see that Rodri is way better at holding up play, you know, being strong, but Fabinho is better at defending. He reads the game better because he's, you know, more matured and older and stuff like that. And then but you can see that Liverpool and Manchester City, they already have this similarity. The squad that they have are very similar, and they are really close and neck. That's why they were able to push Manchester City quite far for that long, for doing those seasons that they did, those 3 seasons that they did. And you can see that it's not different. It's not a crime, because you can see Fabinho, you can see Rodri. They are very similar. So what am I saying? This season, Liverpool will challenge Manchester City, but Manchester City are still stronger because of they already have like way better players in some situations. Like if you compare Szobolai and De Bruyne in that right central attacking role, you realize that De Bruyne is still better than Szobolai for now. But in the next 5 years, 5-6 years, Szobolai will be better than De Bruyne. So that is obvious, as you can see. And if you check the striking role, you realize that Haaland is way better than Jota. Way better than Jota. So another position that I think that Mr. Pep can improve is his left back position. That left back has Nathan Ake. I think if he signs a proper left back, okay, you can have Nathan Ake, you can have Akanji, but if Pep should sign a proper left back, it will help the squad very well, because that's what they are actually lacking. And so you should see the right back position, they're quite similar in terms of rating, but that left back, that's where there is where Liverpool can catch up in terms of the squad quality. Liverpool can catch up there, because as at this moment, the best left back they have right now is Akanji. He's 82 rated, and yes, but if they can get a proper left back, it will really help. And you can see the squad. Kovacic, they also signed Kovacic, as you know, Pep Guardiola, just to make sure that that central midfield is covered for players, because they need that squad rotation. These guys are playing like 2-3 different competitions, and they need a decent squad to help them with rotation and all that stuff. So seeing that they signed Kovacic is actually a decent transfer. And then yes, Manchester City are good to go, but in that left back role, that's where they really need to work on. Yes. So, and if you look at their tactics, you see how very similar these guys are. The only difference is that Manchester City seems to push up higher a little bit more than Liverpool, and that's because they have quicker centre halves. Not really quicker centre halves, but they have more reactive centre halves than Liverpool. Not just that, I think that's just the way they're more aggressive. They're way more aggressive in the press than Liverpool are, and so they have to push up higher. And yes, that's pretty much it. So in the next clip, we're going to be playing the game to see how well these guys do. Maybe in the next video, we'll give you guys a little bit of the game breakdown, so you see how Liverpool and Manchester City doing in FIFA. But I don't think that's really important. We are looking at how the coaches can actually improve the squad. Yeah, I see the comparison I was telling you guys about, the Szobolai and the Brenner comparison. This guy is literally here to help to even out the quality that Manchester City have. You know, Szobolai is really a good quality player, and with training you can see his attacking work rate will improve. You can also see his traits and celebrations and all that stuff. You can see that he's really close to the form of De Bruyne, and he's just 22 years old. You know, in the next 5, 6 years, 7 years, he's going to be as good as De Bruyne, if not better. So they're actually on a very good ride right now, if Liverpool, and that's why I say that they are actually going to contend more for the league than Arsenal would this coming season. You can also see slight comparison between Thiago and Silva in that left central midfield position, and you can compare them. You realize that Silva has a more higher work rate than Thiago, but Thiago tends to be more of a dribbler and has a way of creating chances out of the blues. But Silva is a more direct player and presses the ball, wins the ball, and tries to go forward, dribbles his man, and he's a very tactical and very decent player. And you can see the comparison between Haaland and Jota. It's nowhere to the thing that Jota will give you that Haaland won't give you is the ability to press. Jota will press the ball for you. He will press attackingly, he press defensively, and he's going to bring others into play way more than Haaland would. I'm telling you, Liverpool should start Jota ahead of Nunez because he has something to offer. So Jota is going to really press the ball, and he's really going to help Liverpool achieve the kind of football that they are looking for. And Luis Diaz ahead of Gakpo, or Luis Diaz in comparison to Grealish, you can see they are quite similar, but Diaz is way quicker, but Grealish is more of a dribbler and tries to technically move in. But Luis Diaz wants to take on his man quickly and get the shot away very quickly. That's the kind of left winger he is. But Grealish tries to technically dribble and all that. Yeah, so if you want to watch the gameplay, the final results, you can check out the next video that I upload. Probably would have it with some slides, tweaking and editing. See y'all later. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you.